the head of state of the strong people of Burkina Faso, His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore. Honorable members, the full meaning of Burkina Faso means strong men and women of integrity.
I would like to wish you a happy new year. May God grant you a healthy life. May God make all your businesses successful. May you be prosperous. May there be union and love in your respective families and among yourselves. May God protect you throughout this year 2025 and help you realize your dreams. I would also like to pay tribute to our valiant fighting forces who fight with their bodies and souls, as you can see, so that our Burkina Faso remains standing. It is a noble job. The men are integral. Every time they go into battle, they know that some will stay, but duty calls them. This is the job of the army. We are often nostalgic, but those who have the chance today to defend Burkina Faso, we must encourage and applaud them. When they leave, we will not cry for them, but we will pity them on our fate. If we cry for them, we must avenge them. Pay tribute to them as much as you can, because it does not allow anyone to get out of their homes and face danger, knowing that they may not return in the evening. But this is what they do every day. They swore to defend our dear homeland until the ultimate sacrifice, and the fighting forces keep their bet. Today, more than ever, our armed forces go wherever they want. At the moment I am speaking to you, there are several operations through several groups. And we are inflicting colossal losses on the enemy and gradually pushing them out of Burkina Faso. We will win this battle, this war, and we will overcome imperialism, which has activated terrorism in our region, to bring us back to these colonial times, to keep us under their control, to exploit us until the end of time. Africa is waking up, and no one will be able to close the eyes of Africans on our realities. No one will be able to come and divide us, to impose what they want on us. We have done everything to be here today to speak to you, but also to come and wish President John Mahama a good change. We wish him a good change because there are many challenges await him. And I hope that you can accompany your brothers here. Pan-Africanism is a rather complex battle, but you, the people, It is quite easy for you to lead this Pan-Africanism well, because the people must love each other, the people must support each other. The problem of Pan-Africanism is very often between us, the leaders, but we will put everything in place so that the leaders can go in the direction of their people, because the people are already integrated. They are Pan-African. If today Ghana decided to bring President John Mahama to the head of the country, it is a strong message. And I wish that you, Burkinabe living in Ghana, you can accompany President John Mahama. The task will be difficult. There will certainly be challenges on the security level, on the economic level. I wish that you can accompany the forces of defense and security in Ghana much as you can, both on the intelligence level and on the economic level, as much as you can. Support them as if you were supporting the Burkinabe armed forces. I am telling you something. The challenges can be very numerous. In no case should you lose hope. You must accompany them and help them on all levels. A nation does not survive as long as it does not have a strong army. This is why I reiterate to you again to support the forces of defense and security in Ghana. They are the only ones who can help the country to climb the economic ladder and to flourish. Then I urge you to love the people here, to live in perfect symbiosis, in perfect harmony, as you are already doing very well. As I said, the peoples are already integrated. The problem is at the level of the leaders. Continue in this direction. Support your brothers in Ghana. Support them as much as you can. And above all, show this integrity. A country of integral men, you must be models. The Burkinabe must not create a problem. The Burkinabe must be a solution. You have always known how to behave well through all your leaders present here. And I wish that this dynamic continues and that you can accompany the new president in his enormous task to revive the country's economy and, above all, to defend this country. We will work together to strengthen cooperation between Burkina and Ghana, and also between the AES and Ghana, because we have many challenges together and we have always been able to overcome them. The arrival of the new president must be a moment for us to warm up these relations and bring them to the highest level. In the coming days, we will be able to see what can be done for the benefit of the Burkinabe, both internally and here. The concerns raised by the representative are current concerns. And I think that the Foreign Affairs Ministry is working to be able to reorganize the diaspora so that we can solve these problems as easily as possible. This is why the councils have been established. And the administrative documents and other documents that you need to express your nationality are being modernized, if you follow the news. We used to have documents, but it wasn't secure enough. Today, we are in a dynamic of securing all identity documents in the country, but also in space, in the US, and harmonizing them. That's why it takes a little time. But in January, normally, a meeting must take place with experts to clarify this issue of identity documents. And we hope that by then, you will be able to have your nationality as it should be, Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is committed to a path that you know, a difficult path, perhaps, full of obstacles. But be sure you should never lose hope. You should never be afraid. You should never doubt, just for a moment. From where you are, we hear your support, we feel it. And everyone on the ground, and the population in the country, feels the support of the diaspora. And we are happy to be able to continue in this direction. to motivate your brothers inside, and that we can together restore Burkina Faso. We have a dream, and this dream will be a reality in a very near future. Terrorism will end. We will develop our country. We will develop our industries and make it easier for you investors to come and invest in the country in secure conditions and in economic facilities that you want. We have not forgotten this during the last phase of the Forum of the Diaspora. We are therefore trying to see everything that can be gathered to allow you to come and invest easily for the benefit of your brothers. Because we are an importer country, and we keep saying it, today the dynamic is to be able to transform our society. You have the chance to be in Ghana. Ghana is an ingenious country, and I think that a lot of technology can be transferred from here to the country. So we are waiting for you. As for us there, we are developing to bring young people back to production, especially agricultural production, and to transformation. Because we cannot imagine that in this 21st century, we will continue to import almost all of our food from abroad. While we have a huge potential, we have land. This year, we experienced the portion that was secured. We are satisfied with the results. This means that next year, if God pleases, we will continue to provide our support to the peasant world, but especially to young agricultural entrepreneurs who want to get into production and encourage these industries of transformation. Burkina Faso will shine. Burkina Faso will be great. Our dream will come true, if God pleases. And I encourage you to stay united. United among yourselves and united with those who have welcomed you here. Be united with your African brothers. We are reactivating the Institute of Black Peoples. Because Africa has the same history, we are treated in the same way by imperialists. There is no reason that we are not united and that we block imperialism. Stay united, and show your Burkina Faso wherever you are. Thank you very much. I would like to ask a few questions. We pray to God that everyone can return to peace, as well as we did where we came from. And above all, thank you to all the leaders here for the mobilization, for the effort of union that you make between Burkina Faso and here. We are very grateful to you, and thank you for the effort that is made so that the young people that we are stay attached to our culture. This is the only thing that if we lose it, we lose our identity. This is why we have established a day specially dedicated to our roots. Continue from where you are to teach the youth to always be attached to their culture and never lose sight of it. Thank you to everyone. May God accompany you in all your works. May God protect you throughout the year. And may God bring you back everyone safe and sound from where you came from. La patrie ou la mort. Thank you. For this new year, may the Almighty grant you yourself and your entire family a diamond. We dream that these thousands of Burkinabe in Ghana will see you, admire you, encourage you, carry you high and tell you that they are reviving with your arrival. This dream that was still unfulfilled yesterday is a reality today. We now have faith in the future, proud and attached more than ever to our mother country, Burkina Faso. This is why, Your Excellency, I can tell you that the Burkinabe diaspora in Ghana is constituted of a conditional GDP on which you and the whole nation can count. Note that we, the Burkinabe diaspora living in Ghana, we are beyond the GDP concept. For us, it is a duty to defend the country. So we are GDP, Your Excellency, Mr. President. The community that speaks to you today is a miniature Burkina. because it is constituted of the quasi-totality of socio-cultural, linguistic, regional, and professional diversity that we can find in Burkina. Some of our members arrived in Ghana a few years ago, or a few decades ago, while others may constitute the 7th or the 10th generation of their ancestors who came to this free land of Africa even before the beginning of the inhuman, barbaric, and criminal colonization imposed on our continent by the wild imperialism that came from far away. Nowadays, the Burkinabe diaspora in Ghana is estimated at about 4 million people, of which more than 3/4 are now integrated and have a second country, Ghana. This situation reveals to what extent an excellent cooperation and a fraternal relationship between Burkina and Ghana is imposed as an imperative. By deciding against winds and tides to invite you to his investiture, and by honoring this invitation against cyclones and mountains, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and Your Excellency had launched a decisive tour for both countries, for the IAS in Ghana, and even for all of West Africa. Thank you for always being in touch with your peoples and their stories. Your Excellency President, we would have liked to talk to you all this evening, but we will take advantage of this African wisdom that says, and I quote, "The mouth that speaks must have pity for the ear that listens." However, before concluding my speech, allow me, Your Excellency President, to convey two important messages that the community has entrusted to me. These are two. First, the concern about obtaining documents of identity and nationality of our compatriots in Ghana. The members of the community will be infinitely grateful for the special measures that you will be pleased to take to allow them to regain their Burkinabe nationality and to express the fullness of their Burkinabili. Second, the facilitation of our economic return to the Faso through facilities for the transfer and creation of our companies in the country. It is with a deep feeling of honor and immense joy that I take the floor on this memorable day on behalf of the Burkinabe community living in Ghana to wish Your Excellency President of Faso, Your Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traore, President of Favano, a warm welcome to Accra, Ghana, and in this room. Your Excellency's presence here confirms the interest that you have for the Burkinabe diaspora in particular, and in general that of Ghana. Also, at this beginning of the year, I would like to take the opportunity to present to you, on behalf of the entire diaspora of Ghana, our most sincere wishes of peace, health, prosperity, and success in your noble and exalting missions. May the Almighty accompany you in the realization of your ambitions for our dear nation. Your Excellency President of Faso, your fight for peace, national sovereignty, and African dignity is deeply admired and respected, not only in Burkina Faso, but also here in Accra, Ghana. Your determination and leadership show a resounding echo both within the Burkinabe community and within the Ghanaian community. This mobilization today shows the immense support of our diaspora, with more than 4 million Burkinabe members who are proud of your actions for our dear nation. This is why, Your Excellency, we salute with just value the construction project of the Black People's Institute, where the Burkinabe diaspora, especially that of Ghana, will be able to resource itself. On their behalf, I would like to express to you our firm support and our commitment to contribute to the struggle you lead every day for the good of the Burkinabe people. We are aware of the challenges, but also of the victories, the lives saved, the hope given to the youth, the dignity restored. For this, we express our deep gratitude to you. We also pay tribute to the Defense and Security Forces and the VDP, the Volunteers for the Defense of the Fatherland, who are fighting to the ultimate sacrifice for the inexorable reconquest of the integrity of our territory. Your Excellency, your presence here at the Institute of His Excellency, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, reaffirms the historical brotherhood between our two peoples and reinforces the confidence, the image, and the pride of our Burkinabe community in Ghana. We know that you carry a message of hope. This diaspora, wherever it may be, tomorrow we will be united and committed to the development of our nation. Allow me to conclude my speech by wishing that your stay here in Ghana will be crowned with success and blessings. May God, the Almighty and the Merciful, be in control of everything. Together, with faith and determination, we will overcome all obstacles. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Hi guys, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. I'm B-Boy. Remember, if it's the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Hope guys you have watched the full clip how President Ibrahim Traore shocking appearance at Ghana. We all know in Ghana there was inauguration party of John Mahama's, and inauguration is the process of entering a person into an office. It was the inauguration of the president of Ghana, and a lot of African leaders were really shocked. You know, a lot of people really admire the leadership of Ibrahim Traore because of how he's so young, brave, focused leader and a true captain. And this is what all African leaders should copy, and this is what all African leaders should be. Not only African leaders but also Caribbean leaders. We have all seen how Ibrahim Traore is so focused, how he is a true captain to his people. We have all seen how he have managed to lead the people of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim Traore is a true leader to his people of Burkina Faso. We remember some people in Burkina Faso were being displaced from their home, but the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, came out and he gave them homes to live. And this is a true definition of a true leader. And this is not anything you can find in any African leaders. And I really want and I really applaud this president of Burkina Faso because of how he's so true to his people. He really knows what his people really want. He really knows what his people are going through. And Ibrahim Traore has really made a lot of efforts. He is really making his country to be among the top rich African countries. We all know earlier on Burkina Faso was the poorest country in Africa because of bad leadership, high corruption. But when Ibrahim Traore came into a seat, we have all seen a lot of changes. And this is what we really want from a lot of leaders from Africa, from Caribbean. Those leaders who really know what the people really want. Those leaders who really know to fight for the freedom of their local people, but not for those greedy leaders that want to put money in their pocket to benefit for themselves and their family. We have all seen how. And one thing and one strange thing is that President Ibrahim Traore is ranked among the poorest president in Africa and across all the world. Is ranked among the poorest. What does this really shows? It really shows that Ibrahim Traore is not a greedy leader. He is not a corrupt leader. He is not a leader that wants to put the money of his people or the government in his pocket. He's not that kind of a leader who is really want to be the richest president in Africa. We all know there is a lot of presidents who are rich and they are just using the money and the taxation of the people and they are putting it in their pocket. They just want to invest all over in their country. They just want to invest in Western countries, forgetting that their people, they are needing them. The people who voted for them, they are suffering. The people who voted for them, some don't have food to eat. We have all seen how there is a lot of unemployment to youth, especially for those youth who have just finished school. When you don't have any connection in Africa or in some Caribbean countries, if you don't have connection, you can't be access to jobs. And this really forces a lot of maybe African people and Caribbean people to go to these Western countries, whereby it's really hard even to go to these Western countries. You have to go through a lot. To get a visa if you're in Africa, it's so hard. And you really pay a lot of money so that you can get a visa to go to these Western countries, whereby a lot of African people really believe if you go to these Western countries, there is high possibility of you being employed because there is high job rate in these countries. But at the other hand, you have all seen these Western country leaders, they don't want black people in the countries because of racism. And President Ibrahim Traore has really came out with a strategy whereby he really wants to improve Africa. He really came out, and this was his 2025 new speech, and he told African leaders to unite together as one, Caribbean leaders to unite together as one, black leaders to unite together as one, so that they can build Africa a better place, Caribbean a better place. We all know Caribbean and Africa, they are all related because they are from the same ancestral spirit, ancestral background. Is urging African leaders to unite together as one, Caribbean leaders to unite together as one, so that we can build a black nation to be stronger, whereby such thing like employment problem won't be a problem in our countries, whereby the president of our own country should make sure that there is enough job in our country so that our people are not suffering or going to these Western countries, whereby they are being deported back to their country. President Ibrahim Traore really wants the president of African Caribbean to do the work according to the will of people, to be not corrupt, to improve the infrastructure of their countries, to make sure there is high employment rate in their countries. Youth are not suffering. We all know if there is no employment in the country, a lot of youth will go and start crime issues. They will start stealing things from their local people, and stealing or committing a crime, the only penalties is death, or will be arrested or will be sentenced in prison. So Ibrahim Traore is really urging the African president to do their work according to the will of people, to do the work and to take care of the people. We have all seen how Burkina Faso really love Ibrahim Traore, and we have all seen how they were really happy during this inauguration in Ghana when they saw Ibrahim Traore. And I can tell you, Ibrahim Traore is a true leader in Africa. A lot of African people really love Ibrahim Traore. A lot of Western people, some Black Americans really love Ibrahim Traore. Some Jamaicans, some people from Caribbean really love Ibrahim Traore because of how he is a true captain. He is a true leader who really understands the problem of his people. He is a true leader who doesn't support corruption. And this is the reason why he has really made his people of Burkina Faso to truly trust in him and believe in him. This is the reason why Ibrahim Traore is leading Burkina Faso in a good way. And soon, Burkina Faso will be at the the leading country in Africa. It will be the most economical country, the leading, and the country that has most good infrastructure. Ibrahim Traore has really come out and said that a true leader must make sure that the education system in his country, they are better, but not to take the children to Western countries, not the people from the local country to take the children to study in and abroad. We all know the gap between the poor and the rich in Africa. It's so wide. So not all people really afford to take their children in those Western schools so that they can get a better education. Ibrahim Traore has really come out and said that a good leader should make sure that there is a good education system in his country so that these people cannot struggle to go to abroad. Good hospital system in his country so that maybe most of people don't want to go to Indian hospital to be treated, to American hospital to be treated. They should be treated back in their own countries. And this is a true definition of a true leader. So guys, if it was for the first time you're coming across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time. One love.